Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Dose. We're so glad you could join in today as we talk about how we can help other people belong. When I was in third grade, I was still finding what groups I belonged to. I was a part of choir groups and sports groups. I was even a part of a chess club, and I was just really finding out where I belonged. And I was really sensitive to how often I was invited into these circles, or to a friend's house, or to this activity or to that activity. I remember talking to my parents about it and feeling like, hey, how come I'm not always invited? How come I don't always belong to these circles? My parents were just phenomenal parents in these moments. They would sit with me and talk with me, and they would give me the full perspective of just where I fit in and where I didn't and what I could do. And I remember my dad had some really great advice. He said, Maddie, you're really concerned about where you fit in and where you belong, and you're really sensitive about that. I wonder if there are other people that are sensitive about that too. In fact, I know that there is a new student in your classroom. She's new to the school, and she doesn't have anybody that she knows at the school. And I'm wondering maybe if you could go and reach out to her and just talk to her, get to know her a little bit, because I bet she's feeling a lot like you, but she even knows less people than you do. So I took my dad's great advice. I went and I sat down next to her and I asked her about herself. She told me that she had moved schools, she didn't know anybody, but turns out we had this great love for music together. We also love to be active. We also were deeply involved in our church communities. We had so much in common, and she ended up becoming one of my dearest friends. See, this is one of those paradoxes of Christianity, is that when we ourselves have a need to find ourselves, find our sense of belonging, often what we need to do is give that up, give that away. Right? In Matthew 10, it says this: whoever finds their life will lose it, and whoever loses their life for my sake will find it. Oftentimes I find out when I reach out to people, when I invite them in, often the answer is yes. Often the answer is, of course, I'd love to come along with you. I'd love to join in with what you're doing. It's one of those ways that we make disciples, by giving avenues for people to find belonging, especially within Christian communities. You never know, you might just find your new best buddy. Thanks for joining in the Daily Dose this week. So glad that you could tune in. If you're watching on Facebook, like and share this video. For those of you watching on YouTube, subscribe, stay in touch with what we're doing at Calvary. If you're watching on cable access, so glad you could join us. We'll see you next week.